What's up, guys, and welcome back to Cruising with Crab. Buckle up. You are along for the ride. All right, I want to talk about, we're going to get back into hair, but this time we're going to be talking about body hair. Now, this one, more of the men, I think, are going to benefit from this. Women, I guess you will in some way. If you want to get some insight about this stuff, well, here you go. But this is more for the men, but women, you're more than welcome to stay. So, we're going to be talking about body hair, how to keep it well groomed, and what to do and what not to do. Again, this is just what I think. It's my personal experience, and yeah. So I thought I'd talk about this. And like I said, it's a nice little change from. Like I said, we do manifestation stuff on here. We do grooming. We do all this stuff. So it's a fun. This is more of the experience with my character that I am, Jonathan Crab. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch some of my old videos. Just basically talking about how I'm having a human experience like you are too, right? So there are things that you were allowed to not like. There's the things that you're not allowed to. There's things that you're allowed to dislike as well. So anyway, um, yeah, body hair. So do you trim it all off or do you keep it? Right, everyone's different, right? You got some people who are a lot more hairier. You got more people who don't really have much hair. For me, I have light body hair. You probably, I don't know if you can see it too much, but like my arms, you can see it. It's light. I keep it though personally. For me, I like to have some body hair. I think it balances the masculinity and the fem energy. Now, there's some guys who will shave it completely off. Like you have athletes that do that. And again, I'm not judging. You do whatever you want with that, guys. Like, hey, this is your character, right? I mentioned in a previous video. This is the greatest avatar who you are right now, right? You play video games. You'll put so much time and effort into your character, how they look. You should be putting more time into this character who you are and the soul that you're in right now. This is my character, Jonathan Crab, and I want to always look my best. But like I said, looks, guys, really do not matter. You don't have to look. If you don't care about looks, that's fine. I mean, it's really what your identity, embodies, what you believe in, right? Because everyone's a mirror of you, right? So you don't have to even apply to this stuff. You could be the biggest bum, right? You could still get probably the most hottest chick if you wanted to. But for me, I like to look good, and that's my experience, right? So you don't have to agree with it. And if you don't like this video, that's fine. You can. I'm not making you watch it, right? It's for the people who will benefit from this. But body hair, guys, for me, I still like to keep it. And I know everyone's genetics differently, right? So for me, if it's like really needs to be touched up, I'll trim it. I might even fully get like shave it off and stuff. There's people that use wet shaving, not just for their face, right? It's like for me, like I mentioned about hair already, and I talked about facial hair. For me, I prefer being clean shaven. The most I'll ever grow something out is maybe like over a week. Usually that's when I'll shave it, right? And obviously I'm on camera. I like to look good, right? But there's people who don't look good and they still do really well for themselves, right? But anyways, body hair, trimming it works. I also just feel cleaner. I like to feel clean, right? It's like when you shave a beard off, you just feel really good, right? You just feel like that moment when you wash your hair, right? It's like imagine if your face, you can breathe. It's the especially in the heat, right? We're in the summer right now. I'm in the shade right now. It is so freaking hot. It's usually where I am by the rocks, but I thought I'd come into that's why it's a little busy in this spot that I'm in right now, but that's okay. So body hair, arms, legs, all that, etc. I can't really. I can actually bend this down maybe a little bit, but there's my hair. If you can see it on my leg there, it's kind of hard with the lighting, but yeah, it's honestly for me. I personally don't even dare touch my arm and leg hair. Like I said, I'm happy with it. It's like I said, I like to have it for the masculinity. It looks good. I don't want to look too feminine, especially with me having longer hair. I like to have, the body hair. My chest, and so my chest hair depends. Sometimes I like to keep it. Sometimes I don't like to keep it. So I will usually. It just kind of depends on kind of the mood. Obviously, in the winter, I think a lot of guys, even women too. Women have to shave their legs and all that. We all grow body hair for sure. But I find in the winter, in the colder months, and I have to make reminders for myself to clean myself up because in the winter, right, you're not wearing as many, you're wearing more layers, right? So people won't see your legs as much. You're wearing pants more, right? But I think what a lot of people, and this is just my personal experience, but getting into uh, men and women on this, if you want to, but I'm talking from the male perspective on this. It's good to trim down there, right? You don't have to wet shave, right? But trim it. It looks good, right? And also your partner you're with, when you're having your fun experience together, right? Your intimate moment. I think personally it's good just to clean up, right? You don't have to wet shave. You can just trim it, right? You can. I see all these ads sometimes, like on social media. It's like having trouble shaving. I see the funny ones, the butt hair and all that. People are like getting razor burn and all that. There's a reason why we have hair in those places, guys. Right? I know, obviously, like it's funny. Like we were cavemen at one point, right? We had hair everywhere. Even women had hair all over. Right now, it's just like, and I talked about in my previous video, like now people want to be tanned or being over white, right? So it's like, man, things have changed. That's for sure, and that's okay, right? It doesn't really bother me. Like I said, I mentioned I put a bit of bronzer on my face, just a little bit, just because I find my face sometimes gets a bit more white than my rest of my body, but it's just nice to have some color. Brings that confidence, right? But again, if it makes you happy, you want to shave, go for it, man. But I will say, if it looks like a jungle down there, you really want to trim it. Even if you're not with somebody, you should be keeping yourself in check, guys. You should be keeping yourself in the best, not just in the best shape if you're into fitness, but you should also just be presentable, right? And obviously, you're not going to go into an office and be like telling people, "Yeah, I just trimmed all the way down there." It's like, well, don't. It's a personal thing, right? The only person that should be seeing that is yourself when you're in the bathroom, and the person you are romantically with, right? So it's good to just, again, this is my personal experience. It's good to just tidy things up, right? Get some scissors. I know everyone has different hair growth, right? Even my armpits sometimes I like to trim it up. I don't like to fully shave, right? But like my chest hair sometimes I find it sometimes gets too curly, so I'll just trim it up. Sometimes I'll just kind of shave it off, right? And I don't wet shave. I don't wet shave any of that. I don't have to for me, but I know there are people who, also people I know get back hair. I don't get back hair. I have like a little bit, like I guess on my lower back, but you can't even tell, right? It's everyone's different, like I said, and there's people that can get laser removal, all these things, and yeah, there's really not much else to talk about this video, guys. It's just more my preference and how to handle it, and people like to trim their butt hair, all that stuff too, right? But for me, it's just trimming has always worked for me. Um, I guess it just depends genetically who you are and such. But I think it's just good to look good in my experience being alive. So I hope you guys benefit from this. If you're a dude, you're a woman who's like, oh, that's interesting. Hope everyone learns something today. But I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. I think people are almost too afraid to talk about it. They're too scared what people think. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. That's why I make this content. It also reminds me like who the fuck I am, right? So, all right, guys. Well, that's the end about this body video. What you should do, what you should be doing with your trimming or shaving it off, whatever. But yeah, I think you'll also just like you're gonna feel way more confident in yourself, right? I might have another video. I might want to talk about this in the future about. I think the reason why certain people are they don't keep themselves groomed. It can be insecurity. It can be other things that they're afraid of. And I'll be honest. I used to give you a little tidbit here, maybe for the video, but I used to be terrified of blades, like blades. So I used to rock with stubble a lot, growing like, in my early 20s and all that. I would rock with stubble, and it looked good. Like you've seen me a couple times with stubble. I just get a trimmer, but I was so afraid for so long to use a wet shave. People use razors. I use double edge razors now, and it's the best thing ever. It's so much more affordable. You're not having to, like I said, this will be something I'll talk about with shaving and stuff. I think it'll be a really beneficial video. I might make a video of you guys watching me shave my face. Not any of this, not that. That's not appropriate. But I'll show you guys what I use. And a lot of people, I'll even teach people how to use the proper shave if you want to get that nice smooth shave. Like I shaved last night. But when you do, I find a lot of people don't know how to fully get all their green on their hair. People don't know what way to go, right? You don't just have to, some people might have to just do 2 passes. So maybe they have to do a whole pass going down, and maybe they have a second pass where they have to go up, right? And for me, my hair goes in so many different directions. So I usually do like 4 passes with doing a wet shave. But I've gotten so much faster at it. Like I remember it used to take me like an hour to do it. It takes me like 30 minutes now. Sounds a lot, but when I'm going out, like I said, I like to put a lot into my avatar, my image, how I look. And I think it has definitely benefited me in many ways. I get compliments, and again, it's my experience. What I think, you have a beard, rock it, you look good, awesome. But I like to not hide my face. So, and also too, another thing, I'll leave it at this: like I find people that have short hair, they look really good with beards. But if you have long hair and you have a beard, it still will look good, but it also might be hiding some of your features, right? So it's kind of like you want to balance it. Like I said, when I was really skinny, long hair did not look good with my body frame. I was too thin. But now, because I put on the weight, I can grow my hair out. So, and I love it. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. Thanks for joining me on this ride, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.